Alright, I'm gonna walk you through my camp here in the mire, so thank you for watching this video. This is where most people fast travel into, so the vending machines are over here. That over there is a random spawn location, so a lot of times things will spawn into there, so there's a liberator over there right now. So a lot of times the stuff worse than that. So I have that scarecrow and plants there to catch them with those
Life changed
missiles.
so much.
Uh, that kind of draws them in there and shoots them. There's some kind of a truck there with moving stuff on it, moving in the junk, I guess. So what I wanted this
Pretty
camp to
safe.
be like in the mire was that we just drug stuff up here. So if you go in here, you go up in this tower a little bit, and it's just a little spot with a hammock, I guess. And inside here on the very bottom, this is what was already existing. So I just made it over top of this. In this kitchen, I wanted a stove that would work, but I couldn't get one to fit in there, so I put that little cooking stand on the table there, and that works pretty good. And I put here's my Unstoppables and comic book collection there. This is, I guess, is a living room area over here. And in here, I couldn't get a I couldn't get the power to connect downstairs, so I put a little power generator up there on that washer and dryer, and a little sleeping bag on the bed there, so you could get some rest. And then this is kind of a toy area, so in this display, I put a little collection of the robot toys, and then up here in this main area, you know how that Coca-Cola door works. There's my Pride and Joy collection there of masks, and so I'm real happy about that, and want everybody to see them. This is where we make our moonshine, and Beckett he runs the bar over here. So that display there, that's just showing that this is the things he serves at the bar, and that vending machine guy there. Here's some more magazines and things on display. The idea here is I wanted it to look like, as I was saying, we just kind of drug these things in here in the mire. So I wanted things kind of mismatched, and like I didn't want a real fancy table. I wanted it to look like something we just hauled in here and kind of set this stuff up. So some of it's fancy and some not. Just kind of make it look like something you might find in this kind of situation. And then this is where we keep our workbenches, and little things you might need to do to work on stuff. And so this is where the extra spaces are. This little thing here, I didn't like the idea of the floors and walls looking like they just were floating there. So I tried to make it look like I put that there to make it look like it's holding that wall up. And the same thing with that mesh floor, like it's kind of hooked on there. And this vault door, the only way I could get it to go onto that was I put like a piece of concrete in front of it to kind of make it look more like it wasn't just floating in the air. This is just showing you the other side of this stuff here. So there's a little sitting area up there. So I couldn't figure out exactly what to do in these shelter spaces, because you can't display your own things. You can't display like the stuff you collect, like your junk or your outfits or whatever. So I made it like a natural history museum, and so this was a way I could use all those stupid mounted head things that you always find too many of everywhere. And so uh, there's kind of a little effect that sometimes comes on down here in these things. So if you go in here, I'd rather this be a museum of stuff that I collected to display, but without that, it's just a museum of all the natural history. Oh, one thing that's nice about these is these aquariums, because you can stick the fish just to float. They don't have to be stuck onto the wall, so the aquariums look a little better if they're in a shelter. Um, there's just some things in here, the different things you might see, and then here's the other part of the vault, and I really didn't know what to do with this part because I couldn't use those things to display. So I was thinking, well, what if this was like a vault that was in the mire, and then when the strangler pods came open, all the roots and stuff was kind of creeping into the vault and taking it over. So I used those raider tree things to try to make you think of the how the trees and roots might be coming in there. So this is up here. This is just to make you think, like, well, this might be how it was back in the vault days, and it would be all kind of vault tech. But now it's kind of overgrown. And this room in here, I didn't know what to do, so I kind of made it like a secret lab or something. So maybe something creepy's going on in here, you know, something kind of scary or something. Maybe there's prisoners locked up or something in there, something kind of dark going on. And I don't know. I couldn't really come up with a good idea for what to do in there. And so that takes us to the end.